Do you want to know what around $300,000 can get you in North Roanoke County?
Stay tuned to find out. Hey there everybody, it's Hal Cohn.
And Chris Cohn. Together we're with Cohn Realty Group.
So if this is your first time to our channel, 5th time, 10th time, 100th time, 1000th time, for those of you who binge watch us and you have not clicked that subscribe button or the notification icon, please make sure you do that right now so that you know each and every time we release a new video about living, working, and playing in the what? Amazing Roanoke Valley.
That's right, it's pretty incredible, and folks are constantly contacting us saying they want to move to or within Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, or the surrounding areas. So if that's you, your friends, or your family, please get in touch with us. We'd love to have a conversation, see what we can do to help out, and answer any questions you may have. You can call us, text us, or email us.
Alright, so as you can probably tell, we are not out and about on the streets today in these neighborhoods. Yeah. It is fall and it is windy, which is not conducive to doing these videos.
Right, you probably would not hear us at all. But
hear,
that's right. Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
Y'all, the leaves are changing. It looks beautiful out there right now. And I do wish we were outside because we've really enjoyed going to these neighborhoods and seeing these homes that have closed. But yeah, with the wind picking up, we're going to have to do this. And then we'll just have a little stroll, right?
That's
Sunday
right.
Stroll.
Yeah, we'll take you on a little tour post production.
That's right. And the purpose of these videos recently that we're doing is to show you what your money can buy you in the Roanoke Valley, because we understand that you may not be able to hop on a flight and come out here or take a car and drive up. This will give you a little sampling of what you can buy for around $300,000 in various parts of the neighborhood. It should be pretty fun, I think, to compare the different neighborhoods and areas that we've been to and check out the housing types, the square footage, the price points and things. So we'll let you do that on your own.
Yeah, and you'll see some similarities throughout all these videos, and next part we'll actually do some probably a little bit higher price points so you can get a taste and flavor for those as well. So stay tuned right now. We're going to jump right into the first house here in North Roanoke County. Alright, so let's jump right in, because you guys, I'm sure you're tired of waiting and you want to know, what's that first house look like on the list we're going to present to you today?
Yes.
Well, the one we're going to tell you about right now is in the Mountain View Court subdivision in North Roanoke County, and it was 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, a little over 2,000 square feet. Was listed at $252,500, I believe, if memory serves me correctly.
That's right.
And sold for like $255,000, so a little bit over list price. Even after being on the market for 19 days, it still sold for just a little bit over list price.
That's great.
And that's what we're seeing in this market, right?
That's right. That's right. All right, so this one is a split foyer, and some of our clients have never been to a split foyer before, so if that's you, I'm gonna give you a quick lesson. Split foyer is simply what the name infers. As soon as you walk into the foyer of the home, it's split. You've got a staircase that leads you upstairs and a staircase that leads you downstairs. And it's great because sometimes they lend themselves to 2 living spaces, one in the lower level and also a more private bedroom down there. But it can get a little tight in that foyer when you're welcoming guests and taking off your shoes and your raincoats and everything. There typically is not a lot of space.
Correct. I think of it more as a landing versus a foyer. And then if you're hugging everybody and trying to pinch cheeks and all that stuff, it's not very conducive for that on that little landing. But the house style itself, very popular around here, and it's got some tweaks and that you can actually do the property to enhance it to be better suited for your lifestyle.
Right. We've seen a lot of split foyers that they've done in a more open concept on the upper level, and that's pretty attractive to see. A lot of people want that open level concept. So let's dig in. It's a split foyer house. It does have a carport, which is really nice to keep that car covered. And on the lower level, it has a pretty spacious living area with a fireplace, so nice cozy fall nights. You can snuggle up there, and updated bedroom and bathroom. As a matter of fact, the whole house has been updated really well, I believe, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What did you say about the hardwoods earlier?
Oh, they were. They were nicely refinished and super shiny. Shiny coating on top. They look really good.
Another bonus to this home is that it had a very level fenced-in yard, so, and a shed, so that was helpful too to store all those goodies. But those are the main features of this house that sold for $255.
So when you're looking at this particular home in the neighborhood of Mountain View Court, you're going to be off of Plantation Road, close to the Highlands area, which means you're going to have access to some amenities there, which is you're not too far from Carvin's Cove, so you can go out there and you can kayak, fish, hike. We've got videos on that. Make sure you check it out. And then also you've got Kroger for shopping. You got Alejandro's there as far as a restaurant. You got some fast food there as well. And then you're not too far from Valley View Mall. So, and convenient to I-81 to hop on there if you need to go into the city of Roanoke for work.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna mosey on down the road a little bit to one of the original planned communities here in the Roanoke Valley back in the 70s, which is North Lakes, and I hope my math is correct on the 1970s for that. But North Lakes, pretty popular area, lots of houses in that community, but you don't feel like you're right on top of each other. But the house we're going to tell you about right now sold for $270,000. It actually was listed at $274,950, so it sold a little bit below list price within 1 day. So not sure what happened there, but good for those folks. They got a little bit better value. It's a little over 2,200 square feet, and it's 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And this is off of Peters Creek in the North Lakes subdivision.
Right, so let's talk about this house a little bit. Some of the features include, it is another split foyer home, and it had a good mix of hardwoods and carpet. I think that's always funny. That's always a debate. People either love carpet and hardwoods, or they can't stand it. So this one has a little bit of both. You can customize it.
Hardwoods.
Carpet. And bedrooms. And this one does have a garage, which was a really nice feature. I thought what was interesting about this house that recently sold is that they did an addition. Instead of that deck area that you typically see off of split foyers, they converted it to a sunroom, and it gave so much more space on that upper living area. That was nice.
Yeah, it was a big sunroom addition because we thought it might be like just a conversion, but like it was a whole new piece of construction, and then it had a deck off of that and patio. So it had such an amazing outdoor entertainment space.
Yeah, the landscaping really did set this house apart, and so that's just a nugget. If you're looking to sell, it certainly does help. But this one had little koi ponds and great deck area, and the yard was really nice too. I think it was fenced in.
It was fenced in as well.
Thank you, and it had a gazebo.
I remember the gazebo. I remember a shed though, but like it was like, it did have a canvas gazebo. You're correct, on the patio.
And another bonus is that it's on a cul-de-sac. So that's a great place. People usually like those to gather together as neighbors and also, recreate. You can walk your dogs around there or ride your bikes, whatever. But great little walkable neighborhood there in North Lakes off of Peters Creek Road.
Yeah, and just around the corner from there, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Green Ridge is close to there, right?
Right.
So if you're into, instead of the YMCA, we've got plenty of YMCAs around here, but Green Ridge services that North Roanoke County area. So you've got a pool, you've got Splash Valley,
which is a water park.
Yeah, you've got gym, you've got workout facilities. All those are housed at Green Ridge, and as a Roanoke County resident, you get a certain discount versus like us who live in Salem. We would not get the same discount that you do.
Yeah, and I will say, just to piggyback on that, they have a lot of classes, not only physical classes, but they have fun classes. Like we've taken our daughters to a couple of fun things like Doc McStuffin's camp.
Oh, that's right.
So they have a lot of activities for the community, some of which are located at Green Ridge.
Okay, so we're still in North Roanoke County, but we're going to scurry a little bit further over east from where we were at North Lakes, and we're going to take you out to the Bonsack area now to look at house number 3, which is a ranch over a basement. So we've got a little bit different style here for you. So we're getting away from space for you, and we got you a ranch over a basement now. So this one is a little bit over 2,100 square feet. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it was listed at $295 and sold at $295.
There you go.
So, what do you want to tell them about it? Besides, it needed a bunch of updating, in my opinion.
And it was only on the market for 3 days, so which is It's interesting. I will say that it was hard to get a good feel for this just going off of pictures. And a lot of times, you know this if you've done house hunting, we see it all the time. The pictures can really make it look more attractive than it is, or vice versa. I love walking into a house and be like, wow, the pictures were so deceiving. And this house is a knockout. So not really sure other than what you had said earlier. It certainly needed updating unless you like a lot of wallpaper and different flooring. So it wasn't, people could invest and put their own stamp on it. But it did have lots of storage and a fenced-in yard. I love that. There's so many fenced-in yards.
I know, that's 3 for 3 so far.
Right, yeah. One thing that I really liked about this ranch that is not as common as I'd like to see it is that there were vaulted ceilings. Those vaulted ceilings make a huge difference in a ranch. They really just not only, literally pun intended, they elevate the space. It makes it feel so much bigger than it is, and it feels like a more open concept. So that was nice to see in this one.
Absolutely, yeah. And so talking about the Bonsack area and where this is, the subdivision is Orchard Park, but there's a lot of other subdivisions out there in the Hunt Ridge area in Bonsack. But the great thing about that is you're super close to a Kroger, which our realtor, when we first moved up here 9.5 years ago, he coined it the Gucci Kroger out in Bonsack because it's like really nice and it's really new, so that's probably why they did that. Right. Then you've got Lowe's, you've got Walmart, you've got Sonic, you've got Applebee's, and you've got really easy access to 460 to be able to get to Lynchburg if you want to go to Lynchburg.
Yeah, or up north you could head over to the town of Daleville, which there's a really nice community center. And y'all, I know you said this earlier, but we have videos on all of this. One thing I like about this area, the Orchard Park area, are the views. You're going to get these beautiful mountain and skyline views, perfect for sunrises and sunsets.
Okay, so super simple little drive here within the same area in Bonsack. We're going to head over to the Hunt Ridge subdivision for house number 4 here. And this particular property was listed for $312,000 to start with. Ended up selling for a final purchase price of $295,000. And it was on the market for 62 some odd days. So because of that, that's why it did not sell for the original list price, right? So the house itself was 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, I'm going about to order here, and around 2,300 square feet, a little bit more. And it had an above ground pool in the backyard, which some people are excited about. Some people are like, not so much.
Right.
But anyway, so we both showed this property in person. So she showed it to some clients, I showed it to some different clients. Ours are not the ones that actually bought this property, but we did show it, so we actually got to go through it in person.
Yeah, a few of these we've gotten to see in person, and that's great. But so this one is another split foyer home, and it has a fenced-in yard. It has that pool you were talking about. It also has a screened porch. It was pretty well done. It was updated, but you could tell that it needed some love, maybe some refreshing. I like that.
I would agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
I will say that it was interesting in the yard, fenced-in yard. I was curious, we were both curious why it was sitting on the market for so long. My clients didn't necessarily particularly like the layout. So split foyers just wasn't their thing. And
it was too much refreshing for the clients that I showed it to. And then also, not to talk bad about the house, but the back deck, the screen porch going down to the pool, the steps going down, you stepped on them and you just wobbled. So it did not give a sense of confidence in that particular home. So if that's your house right now, you're thinking about selling it, make sure if you're have a problem like that, go ahead and correct it before buyers start looking at it so you don't leave money on the table from a simple fix.
Yeah, and another point I'll add is that some of these, it was a beautiful neighborhood, but the backyard itself, you could see quite a few other neighbors' backyards. So if you're having a cookout, and they are too, it might, it would take some getting used to. So that's one thing that it's really important to go see these houses in person because you get that feel for it once you're actually there.
Yeah, and again,
I was just going to say the area, but I think you're going to
so in that area, we're still in Bonsack, of course. So like I said, you got Lowe's, Walmart, Sonic, Applebee's, you got Kroger just down the road, you got a Food Line the other direction.
You always talk about food.
Everybody knows I like my food.
Well, I was just
and everybody's going to be like, hey, I got to get to my food. I need the grocery store, right?
It's really close to 460. Like you mentioned on the last property, it can take you to Lynchburg pretty easily. But all those more kind of rural areas in between of Lynchburg, like Montvale, and that's a really pretty area. But it can also take you easily to downtown. So about 6 miles to downtown Roanoke.
We used to be 6 miles from her parents' house in Walsena.
Right.
So so less than that to get to downtown.
That's exactly right. And businesses and doctors, it has a lot of amenities out there besides food.
Okay, so we're taking you to the 5th home right now. And that is going to be in the subdivision of LaBellevue. And if you're trying to figure out how you want to get there, the iconic mark you're going to look for to make that turn is going to be Chick-fil-A on 460, you know, because it's got to be about food. And everybody's got to know where Chick-fil-A is, right?
That's
so,
right.
So this is close to Chick-fil-A, so if you are a Chick-fil-A connoisseur and you got to be there, then this subdivision is going to be for you.
That was a big deal when that Chick-fil-A came in.
Absolutely, it was.
It's still busy.
Yeah. So with that, you want to know about the house, right?
Right.
So let me give you those details. So this one was almost 2,300 square feet. It was 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, I believe. Let me double check that.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, I remember correctly. It was on the market for about 16 days, and it still sold for a list price of right at $299,000.
Right. So yeah.
And I forgot. It had over half an acre. It's like 0.66 tenths of an acre. How you want to say that? 100th, whatever. So it's 0.66 acres. So a little bit larger lot, and it backed up to the woods, so you had some privacy off of the road, so you didn't see your neighbor whenever you went out the front door necessarily.
Right, and it had a really nice front lawn, if you will. It's kind of rolling, and like you said, it was a wooded lot. So I like that because it's the best of both worlds. And a lot of our clients are coming in from more urban and metropolitan areas, and they want a little bit of privacy. They want a little cushion. So this house, I think, would fit that bill for sure. It's just it looked very peaceful.
Absolutely.
So this is a traditional colonial, which is a really neat floor plan.
And also popular around here.
It is popular, yeah. The split levels are popular, ranches are popular, and you'll see a lot of brick construction as well as vinyl. So that's popular. But this had an unfinished basement. It did have a garage underneath, which is a nice addition. One thing that it did need was a lot of updating. It had a bunch of wallpaper again. So I think wallpaper was certainly trendy at some point.
Well, yeah, and I remember this one. It had like the white and the blue countertop from the 70s, as well as the blue and the pink tile from the 70s. So that's going to be chiseled out and redone more than likely.
Right, but I have seen that can be found. That's more common than you think. That blue, the beige, or the pink tile in the bathrooms. And some people have done some really cool things with that to tone those colors down and live with it. And a lot of people like it a lot, and they play that up. And then some people just repaint it or rip it out and redo it. So but nonetheless, so updating needed, but the bones are there, and the bones seem to be pretty good, along with all that privacy. That I think that helped with the purchase price as well.
So that was our 5th property in North Roanoke County, the Bonsack area. As a reminder, that's where Kroger, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, what did I miss? Lowe's, all those places that you're going to need to get to, they're going to be right out your back steps. Not back steps, because you got woods in your back steps this one. So anyway, so North Roanoke County, great place to live. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that tour of homes in North Roanoke County today. And if you're thinking about moving here, you want to go see a house in person, you've gotten pre-approved, give us a call.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you, answer any questions you may have, and get you on the road to finding your own home sweet home here in the Roanoke Valley.
That's right. Let's do it. See you soon. Bye.